I'm Yi Hong and I work here at Nestle. Today we're going to learn about something really important to be successful in your career. Personal branding! Do stick around with us because by the end of this module, you will have all the foundations that you will need to create your very own personal brand. Personal brand is such a high word nowadays, right? Just like fake news in social media, several myths were created and unfortunately, a lot of people thought it is legit. Now, here in Nestle, we do not deal with myths. We stick to the facts. So let's jump right into it and bust some myths about personal branding. Myth number 1. You will need to create an image. A lot of people thought that in order to create a strong personal brand, you will need to have an image or your alter ego that represents the perfect version of yourself. This is something that we normally see on social media from a lot of influencers, vloggers, living their best life. But behind the scene is the total opposite. Remember, your personal brand isn't something that requires validation from anyone else. It is simply about authenticity. Showing up as the best version of yourself. Myth number 2. Personal branding is about being famous. Nope, it's another fake news. Personal branding is not about being famous or trying to be famous. It is about finding your unique selling point of quality that makes you stand out from the rest. So, what do you think are your unique selling points that makes you stand out? Myth number 3. I'm an introvert. I don't need personal branding. Some people think that they do not need to develop a personal brand because they are introverts. Of course, it is good to be humble, but personal branding is about being aware and honest about yourself. Myth number 4. I'm just starting my career and I don't think I need any personal branding yet. Developing your personal brand can be beneficial for anyone at any point of their career. It does not take a lifetime to build your own personal brand. In fact, you should develop it as early as possible and improve it along the way. Personal branding is a way to communicate about yourself, your values, visions, and work ethics. It is important for your future employers to notice you in a positive light to help you in your career. As mentioned in the previous segment, here are a few steps that you can use as a guideline to start developing your personal brand. Everyone has a different set of values that they prioritize. It can be respect, efficiency, or integrity. There is no right or wrong. In fact, simply what you value more. Start from your strength and passion, the things that you like to do, and build from there. Most of the time, it is your unique trait. Are you good at time management? Are you the life of the party that can lift everyone's mood around you? That is your best competency. Dig deep, look inside, and you will find it. Most importantly, practice what you preach. If you value time, are you consistently punctual? Action speaks louder than words. So you should consistently prove with your actions what you consider as personal brand. Now that we have developed the first step to develop our personal brand, let's put into practice. Practice, practice, practice makes it perfect.
Now that you've busted some myths and learned how to develop our own personal branding, the next step is how you communicate your personal branding. So the best way to communicate your personal brand is through your CV. These days, that doesn't only mean submitting your written CV to recruiters at a company. It also includes the use of social media platforms such as Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. It also includes when you interact with people either socially or virtually. Each of these settings is a chance for you to communicate your personal brand, for you to stand out. Here are a few tips on how to communicate your personal brand properly. As you should have realized by now, your CV or LinkedIn profile is the first impression that any employer would have about you. So, what do you need to do? How do you communicate your USP? Simple. Make your profile clear and inspiring. Explain what you've done, your accomplishments, your ideas, and your projects. Specifically for your LinkedIn profile, your activity reflects your values, so pay close attention to the posts you like and share. Update your CV and LinkedIn profile. Your CV and LinkedIn profile should contain all your latest information, so don't forget to update them frequently. All contact information should also be correct. For example, if you change your phone number, don't forget to update your profile. The last thing you want is for a recruiter not to be able to get hold of you if you haven't updated your number. Pay attention to detail. Spell check your wordings and make sure you put on a clear and professional photo on your LinkedIn profile and CV to give off that nice first impression. Now you've built your CV and LinkedIn profiles. What about social interactions? You're going to meet a lot of people, both co-workers and employers, physically and digitally. So how should you promote your own personal branding in these social settings? Here are a few tips to help you excel in those social settings. Prepare some questions for the people that you might meet. Do some research first on the people who might be attending their next social networking event. Importantly, prepare some relevant questions for them. This is a great conversation initiator and it is an important part in communicating your personal brand. Always have a few points ready to share about yourself. Pick your top few unique traits, values, and priorities and share them when the time is right. Get close to people you know will help you develop your career. Get in touch with people from the same and different fields of work so that you can broaden your perspective. You're almost ready to build your own personal brand, but first, here are a few self-check questions to ask yourself before you begin. What do you think are your strengths and skills? How are you perceived by others? Have you ever had any feedback from the people that you work with? What are your personal development goals? Have you worked on them? Thank you so much for tuning in and we'll see you on the next video.
Nestle needs youth.
Nestle leads youth.
Nestle needs youth.
Nestle leads youth.